name is Benjamin H. Henderson. I was 8 years enlisted time and 20 years as an officer. So I know both sides, and I enjoyed it, 28 years worth of. I enlisted at Gunner Air Force Base in Montgomery and spent a lot of my time there and then at Maxwell. So most of my time was spent in Maxwell as a personnel officer. Of course, I lived on the farm, you know, near Holtville. I went to Holtville School, 12 years at Holtville School in Elmore County, Alabama, which was good. And that's where I was when the war started. Yeah, I really wanted to be a part of it. I hated to leave the family, but I can't explain that to you. But when countries at war, there's a feeling there that you don't have any other time, you know, because I had a lot of friends going in, and I had to go be a part of it. That's the only thing about it. The war, you know, I was not right in the war, but in the war area, I was a military assignment officer. I assigned all the troops. That hurt me to send my troops into the war area, you know, and I stayed home. But that was not good. Since I knew the families and all, I had to ship the husbands away from the families, and then I had to live with them because then I did a lot for them. Being an officer, I could go a lot of places and do a lot of things that a enlisted man couldn't do. They were good, polite people. My association with Japan was good, because of course I was stationed at Tachikawa, and there was some people in the city used to come on the base and bring food as a gesture of politeness to us at the time. We had a young man that lived with us I lived on the base at Tachikawa, and I had a young man who lived with me from Japan. Mike is called, was a gentleman and a scholar. We enjoyed him. He took care of the children, and so I know both sides, you know. And I was a master sergeant when he was working for me at the base. So we got along real well with the people. Japan were, the Japanese people were very polite. I got nothing bad to say about the Japanese. And I had a Bible study in the Japanese home, and the wife was very nice and polite. But I found out later on, the husband, I never did meet him there. He sat outside the door and listened to me teach Bible on every Friday night. I didn't meet him, but I saw him when I left to Japan at the airport. He said he sat outside and heard me teach a Bible all those years on a Friday night, which was a surprise to me, because you know, I'd heard that the Japanese men were bad, but he was not a bad man. Very nice and polite. That's when I got my commission. I was being sworn in as a second lieutenant, and that was Major wife, Major there. When I worked for her, she was real people. Of course, that's Geneva with me, but yeah. I was sworn in as a second lieutenant. Okay. And from there up to a lieutenant colonel took me a long time. But it was, but I look back, it was a good life, a good career.